Welcome to GoldSeek TV. I'm here in Frankfurt at the Gold Messe conference, getting updated on a lot of exciting stories, just as the gold price is looking like it's going to move to record highs here. So I'm here with David Cole, the president and CEO of EMX Royalty Corp. David, thanks for joining me.
My pleasure to be here, Peter. Good to see you.
Likewise. Yeah. I have been following your company for a couple decades now. It's grown and transformed over the years. You've gone from more of a maybe prospect generator model into a royalty corporation. If you can tell us more, kind of a bigger view, what EMX is today, and a little bit of the background of how you got there.
Happy to. Yeah, it's been a fun 20 years,
yes.
Right? And you're 100% correct. We started as pure project generators. We quickly realized that we wanted to focus on the royalty component of those deals. We acquire prospective mineral rights. We add value by coalescing geological data, illustrate prospectiveness, sell those assets on for a combination of cash, shares, and royalties. We love royalties.
Yes.
Yeah, ich liebe royalty. I heard one of my shareholders say that today. Never mind. So, and then, previously we were called Eurasian Minerals. Our ticker symbol was EMX. And I had shareholders said, Dave, you're building a royalty portfolio. We need to put royalty in the name. So we evolved the name to EMX Royalty. However, it's the same business model. We grow those royalties organically by executing that royalty generation business model. And then we augment that portfolio by buying more royalties. And we've reached the hinge point where this is now just cash flow, and it's a cash cow.
It is a cash cow. So let's talk about the cash flow. How many royalties do you have producing cash for you, and what does it look like going forward?
So we have 160 royalties worldwide. About 40 of those are cash flowing, many of those from pre-production payments. And then we have 5 producing royalties that are giving us some nice income flow. We expect we turn nicely positive cash flow in 22, and I'd like to see the cash flow per share double in 23.
Wow, okay, and where are the royalties based?
We're in 13 different countries, and I would highlight some of the best ones, including Caserones, which is a copper and molybdenum mine, recently purchased by Lundin Mining Corporation. We're delighted to see them come in. We know that they're aggressive, very likely that they'll increase production. That one's paying on a backward-looking basis about $10 million USD per year. Very long mine life, great counterparty. That's a good asset in the portfolio. That's copper and molybdenum. Leeville mine in Nevada, operated by Barrick.
Yes.
Happy to have them. They're also aggressive. They continue to find gold in our royalty footprint and adjacent to our royalty footprint. Happy to see those checks coming in every month. That's paying $2 to $2.5 million a year looking backwards. And so in Bali is nice cash flow. The Gediktepe mine in Turkey is also a nice cash flow. That's gold, silver. And Timok is a key asset in our portfolio.
Okay. And so you also hold equity positions in other companies as well?
We do. We have a long history of investing in companies where our geological expertise that are out doing the royalty generation work around the world find an opportunity to buy stock in another company. And we've executed that strategic investment strategy to the net benefit of $60 million US in profits over the last 20 years, which we've just wrapped right back into the business, right? Buying more royalties, generating more royalties. Our current largest equity investment is in Premium Nickel Resources, ticker symbol PNRL on the TSXV.
Okay. Are you doing any work on your own properties? Is there any activity?
Of course, we're all in it for the discovery, right? And we think the best way to get that discovery optionality is by owning royalties on projects where other people are spending large amounts of money across that portfolio. Total drill dollars going into our portfolio that we don't pay for is about $40 million a year. In addition to hundreds of millions of dollars per year in mine development expenditures to advance these assets into greater and greater production. So very pleased about that. But we do spend some of our own money usually at the early stages. So we'll come into a project in Sweden or Arizona or Idaho and spend some money and advance those projects to a certain point before we sell them off and keep royalties. Okay. And some recent press releases would include the sale of the Jarl project in Australia. Very interesting asset. Travis Schwartzweger is the CEO of Many Peaks Gold. He's doing a great job. We're happy to own shares in his company and happy to have him advancing one of our assets there. We just are in the process of selling 14 projects in Idaho. to Dr. Curtis Johnson. I believe that he's going to be somebody to watch and during his career.
Okay.
Very intelligent young geologist. Example of us executing the business.
Oh, interesting. And then you're continuing to add new properties as well? You're always on the
And you know
lookout.
what, Peter? A lot of generalists and new people to the industry are disbelieving or lack the understanding as to how that's even possible. You know, they feel that mineral rights are so tightly held that you can't just continually go out and find new mineral rights. This is where our expertise really pays off. You know, we have those sharp geologists that are just combing the earth continually, looking for new licenses to acquire in countries or new claims to acquire in Canada or the US.
But you have properties, projects, royalties globally. It seems like you have
13 countries.
You said 13 countries, so you're well versed in the global mineral sector, which a lot of companies you tend to be one or two. So you have a wide outreach, really opportunities you're looking for everywhere.
Yeah, I'm glad that the board of directors have given us the degrees of freedom to be able to work in that many countries, and also to have the degrees of freedom to be able to have the latitude within our business model to do royalty generation, royalty purchasing, and strategic investing. And I really appreciate that freedom that the board has given me to build this company over the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's been great for shareholders.
Yeah.
What is
the best days are coming.
And the best days are coming. Well, I look forward to that as a shareholder.
Yeah.
What is the cash position and how does the finance?
So we're looking at top line revenues coming into the company in 22 exceeded $20 million. I believe we'll do substantially more than that in 23. That gives us ample money to fund our business and to pay down our debt.
Okay. Excellent. So for investors who are interested and want to learn more, how do they find how to connect with the company?
EMXroyalty.com.
EMX, and you're traded on the TSX?
So most of our,
US?
we do trade on the TSX, and we are a Canadian company. Most of our shares trade on the New York Stock Exchange, the same ticker, EMX.
Awesome, Dave. I really appreciate the update.
Yeah.
It's been excellent to
Great to see
the
you.
company. Yeah, likewise. Hope to see you soon in Colorado. I've had the pleasure of having an office next to your office. So when I was in Colorado, I had a lot of time to connect with everyone in your office, and you do really have a great team. So
thanks.
It's as an investor, I can share that information. Yeah, excellent team, great company. So I think you're one of the better royalty deals out there right now as well. So I think the market's going to start to really appreciate what you've built and are developing.
I appreciate that very much.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Peter.